Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Pittston area track and field. Well, girls and the guys off to a great start with the Icebreaker relays at Wallenpaupack. Joining us is the boys coach, Jason Mills. Jason, a pretty cold day for everybody up there at Wallenpaupack, but hey, everybody had to tough it out.
Yeah, it definitely was cold, and they lived up to their name today with the ice on the lake out there, and I mean, it kind of looks nice. I'll tell you what, it's not a lot of fun to be out in for a couple hours, but I'll tell you what, our kids, they had a great day. They came prepared. We've been running most of the winter. We try to get them to be outside as much as we can in the weather because you don't have a lot of control over the weather, and our kids really brought it today. We're very happy.
Well, let's start with some of the events that go through both the girls and the guys' side. First, on the girls' side, first place in the long jump, it was Sydney Williams and Olivia Jambra.
Yes. Olivia's been around a number of years. She's actually a junior now, and she won a district title in the triple jump in ninth grade, and then last year in the long jump. So, I mean, she's been a great kid for us, a good kid. Then Sydney's kind of a newcomer. She's a young kid. She's been around our junior high program, but this is a first year with the varsity, and she's doing a great job for us, too.
And then we move along to the javelin. A couple of girls that did a great job there, Allison Perrant and Taryn Ashby.
Mm-hmm. These two girls have come a long way. And these are girls that they work together in practice, and like they feed off one another. And you know, it's kind of a surprise. Like you see them, and it's been. You speak about the weather. It's been so cold that like we haven't really had too much of an opportunity to throw in our actual throwing area. We've been on parking lots and stuff because it's dry, and you don't really get a good read as to how good these girls are until you see them in actual competition. And boy, I mean, it's going to be a good year for the javelin. Both of them are young too. One of them's a junior, and one is only a freshman. So the future looks bright there for the girls' jav.
We're talking Pittston area track and field here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Center. So, Jason, we head over on the girls' side. The first place 4x8, you got Maddie Mimna, you got Allie Barber, Sam Myers, and Tara Johnson. A pretty good combo today.
Oh, they're a great group of girls. Three of them last year, I went to states as part of the winning team on the 4x8, and they've been working really hard in the off season, and I think they're primed to get back to states and do even better this year. You know, and they're all young too. I mean, they're sophomores and a junior. Like there's no seniors in that group either. You know, they're a great group of girls. They work hard.
You got more young ladies second place in the girls hurdle relay, and then of course you got a second place in the pole vault. A couple of sisters there, in Lauren and Erin Sinase.
Yeah, and that's been especially challenging as far as the weather because you kind of find ways to train inside with the running and stuff. We can even I do like a little bit of throwing when you're inside, but you can't just go in a hallway and do the pole vault. So they've been going to some camps and some clinics and stuff, and they've been working really, really hard on their own too. They're great girls too. Sinise twins. Not twins, I'm sorry, sisters.
We move over. Well, you got the Ashbys, you got some other girls there, so there's a bunch of sister combinations going in Pittston area. Move over to the guys' side. A second place finish for these guys in the 4x8. Mike Havrilla, Vincent Shea, Eric Skalenka, and Brandon Zafuto. Tell us about that group.
Yeah, that group has come a long way. Coach Collins been doing a great job with those guys. A couple of years ago, we were a little scarce, again, our distance runners. These kids, they've been working hard and tougher at practice, and I'll tell you what, they were determined today, and they were thrilled. And I was happy for them because they earned that. So we're very pleased with the progress there.
Jason Mills from Pittston area joining us here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers, locations at Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Well, Jason, you also had a second-place finish in the 4x4. Austin Naples, Josh John, Rich Weinstock, and Rich Harth are going at it pretty fast in some frigid weather.
Yeah. Three of those guys last year with the States in the 4x4, and it's kind of funny. We've kind of been looking for that fourth guy to replace a kid you know pretty well who graduated, and they're big shoes to fill. But I'll tell you what, those kids are working hard, and really that experience that they have is paying off for them. You know, they're come to practice every day, and once you get a little taste of winning, they want to bring it every day, and they know what it takes to get back there and defend their title. So,
and then over in the third place finish for the sprint medley on the ladies' side, Powers, Avasado, Liz Walescu, everybody knows is a fantastic young lady, and Jamie Chisdock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Taylor Powers is kind of our leader there. She qualified for states last year in the 1, and again, she knows what it takes. She's been with the program for a number of years now, and she's worked hard, and and she does a great job of bringing along the younger girls and get everyone in there to work hard. So she does a good job for us with that.
Jason, you talk about the coaching combination there at Pittston area. It's kind of like one unit, as you mentioned, and talk about the relationship you have with Joe Struckus, the head girls coach, and the job you guys do as a team. And we'll talk about some of the other coaches that help out as well. But first, let's talk about Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Joe and I work well together. We've been together for a number of years. And one good thing, too, is all of our coaches have come through the program. We all started out as junior high coaches, and little by little you kind of move your way up. And it's tough for me because a lot of times with the throws, I'm nowhere near the actual track during practice or when competitions are going on. And I know when I have Joe over there, that the sprinters and jumpers and whatever else he's supervising, they're in good hands. And as far as the throws, he has this he feels that way about me as well. So I think we work pretty well together,
And then, of course, Chuck Montagna, he helps out with the sprints and the relays as well, and he does a nice job. And yet another Montagna there at Pittston area contributing, and for years, it seems each and every year there's a Montagna around that's helping out with varsity athletics.
Yeah, it's kind of funny with Chuck. A couple of years ago, I said to him, hey, come be a junior high track coach. He goes, I don't know anything about track, and we travel a lot to clinics, and there's a lot of videos out there, and I'll tell you what, he's evolved into a really, really good coach, and I think it shows in the 4x1 and the 4x4 and the sprint. He's doing a great job for us.
And then, of course, you have Katie Conlon, varsity assistant for distance. Tell us about the efforts that she does as a coach there at Pittston area.
She does a wonderful job too. She ran for us, actually. It kind of tells me I'm getting a little bit old, but a great runner, and comes in every day. And I'll tell you what, she's made some great improvements with the boys and those girls. She keeps them right where they have to be to not get too excited about winning, but not get too down about if they're not doing well, they're having a bad day or whatever. Because this is a lot of mindset, and she works hard with that.
Jason Mills here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Jason does some track and field there at Pittston area for many years. His brother Jeff at Dunmore coaches some football, does some other stuff there. And, of course, both you guys involved in education. And, Jason, what's this tell you after this first kind of big weekend for track and field? Because it's a blur. It goes by fast. And you get your feet wet here. And of course, a little cold as well at the Icebreaker relays. But how do you feel coming out of this weekend for Pittston area for the girls and the guys with some good competition?
Well, I think the girls are. I think they're in really good shape right now. I did a tough meet on Wednesday. Coach McGrain is always tough, and like his boys' team is the returning a league champ. But our girls had a big win there this week, and our boys have struggled a little bit. But I think now that we have 1 or 2 meets, kind of figured out, I think we're going to be a lot better as the season goes on. So.
Well, Jason, we appreciate you taking some time out and joining us. Warm up if you can this weekend. Stay inside and get a little fire going, and we'll chat with you again as the season goes on.
Okay, thanks for having me on, John. I appreciate it.
All right, that's Jason Mills, the boys track and field coach, of course, representing Pittston area on the girls and the guys. Of course, a great weekend for them at the Icebreaker Relays here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.